Okay, so here is the Rising Production Emojis tutorial for your rhinestones. So each dancer, with the exception of the teens, whose emoji will be on their skirt, will have a different emoji ironed onto the front of their top. This is probably about the size it will be. And each, no matter what their style is, they will have an emoji on there ironed onto the center. So really, everybody's top is different. I think you all have seen that in the pictures. There's no more than 3 of any specific top. So what that means is that there's a lot more room for differences as far as how they get rhinestoned, which isn't a bad thing. I think it's going to be really fun. So the only thing that we really want that you need to all make sure you do, except for the teens whose won't be on their top, is put a line of rhinestones around the emoji on the outside. So if this is your emoji, don't glue onto the emoji, glue it onto the fabric right around the edge. So I'm putting maybe like a pinky nail width or so between each one. And these aren't glued on, they're just laid on there. But that could help you kind of guide. Try not to do it any bigger than that. I mean, you don't want to do it smaller. And that's because if you do just a line of glue, then when it dries, it's not going to stretch as much. So you want to just do dots, even if they're close together, so that it has the ability to stretch whenever your dancer is putting it on and off. So beyond this circle right here, the rest of it really is up to you. We don't want any other stones on the actual emoji iron-on because I don't know that they will stick very well. But as far as the rest of their top, it is kind of your creative freedom. So I've given a couple of examples I'm going to show you. This one is just like a basic window. So you just diagonal up and down, up and down, up and down. And this is good for straps, for like these, like the neckline, for straps. This, I think the back of this one has a bunch of straps. So that's a good basic one for that. And then there's also this one, which is like a line of, or a row of 4, like a little diamond made with 4 stones, and then a single. So 4, single, 4, single, and so on. So that's another good one. This is another. You could do like little triangles and kind of put them opposite of each other. It's kind of like the rows that I did over, or the windows I did over here, but it's just with 3 instead of just 1. You could also do the same thing with the little diamonds of 4. Just try to be aware of how many rhinestones that you have. You've got 3 gross, so map it out before you start gluing on. Like if you know for sure you want to do this right here, once you do it, make sure that you know how many stones you have left before you start to, do this part or do that part or whatever. That way you don't run out. Because I know once you get going, it's kind of fun and easy to do a lot. So pay attention. So these, like, pay attention to anywhere where you've got like a natural line in the fabric. Don't do any rhinestones on mesh. If your dancer has a top that has mesh, it just doesn't glue very well, and we just avoid it. So for this one, I kind of did a row like up just to kind of show like if they've got that sort of natural pattern in their style, that would be a good one to do. Just again, make sure you don't do a straight line, make sure you do dots and leave a little space so that you don't it can stretch. That would be another one that you could do down here too. You could do like a straight line across and then do something else down there, or just do the line. It's really kind of up to you. This is an example of like just scattering the stones all over the top. Some of the leotards, that might be a good option once their emoji's in the center, if they've got all this extra space and they don't have a lot of this sort of thing going on their leotard. Scattering all throughout the front half would be a good way to get some sparkle on there. Don't obsess over the actual process of how, like, I will just glue, 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 and then put them on, because if you obsess over where they are and how far away they are from everything else, it's going to just make you crazy. So I just kind of threw some on there so that you could sort of see an example, and I just threw them on there. So the next thing I was going to show you is a few tools that will just make this whole process easier. First off, you see that I have these on a piece of, this is foam core that I've got this on, and I took straight pins and I stuck them into the foam, and I put my dancer's top all the way around it, so you can see that it's on the back side too. Pulling the fabric tight, not stretching it too much, but pulling it tight is a really good way to get exactly what you need. And I didn't even do a very good job of doing this since I wasn't really gluing it. But here's a good example, is this little section of this costume right here. So I'm kind of moving along in sections of this one, and you can see this part of the fabric is fully, completely flat, where I'm going to need to do the rhinestones. And then once it dries, you can sort of move your foam and move the pieces around once it is dry. Another thing is your tray. I got this at the Dollar Tree, I think about a week or so ago. And I like the trays because you can put your stones on there and see them easy, but you can also like tap the bottom to get them to flip over so that you don't have to by hand take and flip them over. Then your wax stick is like your best friend. It doesn't take much to just lightly pick it up, and you're going to put it down on your glue. And then obviously the glue, I love these little tubes because they come pre-made. You just got to open it and you're ready to go. It doesn't take a lot of glue. I was going to do just a few stones on this purple one, just because this one is one that I'm ready to keep moving on. So let me do that for you real fast. All right, so I'm going to keep going with my little pattern here. Hopefully my glue's not, oh, is this one not open? Hang on, I don't want to, I'm going to squeeze it out on a paper plate. I don't want to, no, it's going to be difficult. All right, well, I think there we go, there it goes. All right. Maybe not. All right. If you need help with the actual, there it goes. Okay. So I'm going to do my little dots. All right. Then I'm going to take, these containers are also at the dollar store. I love these too. These are another good one because they have a lid. That way you don't spill rhinestones everywhere when you're not using them. So I'm just picking it up, pressing down with my wax stick a little bit, and then picking it up and lightly placing it on the glue. That's really all there is to it. If you are listening to this video and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I cannot do this, I have no clue what to do with my child's top, just reach out to Carrie. I think that she had I think she's emailed like the cost per gross to have one of us apply your child's rhinestones to your costume. So check that email, and if you would like to have me do it or have Michaela do it, just email Carrie and let her know, and then she'll let me know, because I obviously have all of the tops right now, and then I will do or give Michaela whichever ones, if you just have no interest in even trying to do this. Just email Carrie. She'll get you sorted out, and Michaela and I are happy to do it if you would prefer that. and just refer to that email for the like cost of application per gross, and we will be ready to get on stage with these. So if you have any questions, or if you're not sure if a pattern is looking right before you glue it down and you need to shoot me a message or post or anything with a picture and just make sure that you're doing it right, I am happy to help wherever I can. So, and Michaela can, same thing. She is happy to help guide you with a good pattern. But hopefully this gives you a good little baseline here. And again, reach out if you have any questions, or if you would like us to just pay for us to just do it, then we will do that as well. All right. Good luck.